Yo, what the deal? It's your boy X.E.L. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Thank you for coming back. But if you are new here, definitely like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll let you know when I drop another video. If you are here for beats, I have a link below. It's called Beats You Need. Or you can just go directly to my website. It's going to be XELOHH.com. Man, missed you guys, man. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Today, I'm actually going to be talking about Komplete Kontrol, the keyboard, setting it up in Cakewalk, going through all the things that I know currently how to do in there. So let's get into it. All right, so here we are in Cakewalk, and this is my light theme. If you're interested in this theme or my dark theme, I do have a link below to download them for free. And if you're not sure how to install them, I do have a video showing you how to install themes as well. All right, so let's start. I'm actually showing you the top of the keyboard. This is how it actually looks. None of the buttons actually work. So if I hit the play on here, nothing happens. If I hit stop, of course, nothing happens. The jog wheel, still nothing happens. And it's set on the Midi right now. So let's set everything up. So I'm gonna hit P on my keyboard to bring up my preferences. So this is the preferences screen. And what you wanna do is go down here to where it says Midi. Let's go to devices. First, we wanna set up and make sure Komplete Kontrol is checked. This Komplete Kontrol 1, make sure that is checked. Make sure this Komplete Kontrol DAW, DAW1 is checked. Make sure that one's checked. And I also check them off in the outputs as well. So you can hit apply once you're done with that. Then you want to go down to control surfaces. So this is setting it up. There's nothing in here as you see right now. So this will create a control surface for your Komplete Kontrol controller. That's a lot of words, huh? Komplete Kontrol controller. All right, so first you want to do is hit on this add new controller surface. And once you click on that, a little box pops up. So the control surface that we want to create is actually called a Mackie control. This one right here, this Mackie control is the one that we want. And input port, you want to make sure it's on the DAW. And this one, make sure it's on the DAW. Then hit OK. None of these settings, I don't touch any of these settings, but now you see I have a Mackie control, Komplete Kontrol, and it's actually active right now. All right, so let's close this. I'm gonna hit close down here, and it's gonna save the settings if you hit apply or not, because you set one up. So there's two ways to actually get to it. You can go over here to the acted. Usually it says acted like these right here. It'll say acted, or if you have your little box like me, you hit on this control surface properties right here. And it brings up this dialog window. So this is the window that you want to see for Mackie controller. And as you see, I have one set up in here. I set up this S61, but none of the buttons are checked off that we actually need. So let's do that, and we'll rename it, and I'll show you how to save it in here. All right. So the first thing we want to definitely check is this one that says disable handshake. That is the one we want to select. Make sure you select this one. If you don't do this, your control panel for the play, stop, and record will not work. So make sure you do click on this one. I wish there was a way to actually do the function buttons so you can change them, because you have different options in here to change them, but I have not found a way to actually put them on the keyboard itself. So I'm not sure how to do that yet, or if there's a way to do that, to change the function keys. I even looked inside of the Komplete Kontrol Setup, the controller place where you can actually control it, or if you go into Komplete Kontrol standalone, I went in there and I did not find an option for function buttons, so I wasn't able to set those up. But if you are able to set it up, definitely leave it below in the comment section so I can find out how to do that as well. So once you have this set up on here, you can name it. I could just name this KKS because I have the 61, and let's do -2, right? And I'm gonna save it. Just hit this save, and it'll actually save it inside of this Mackie controller setup. So now I have this one and I have this one. So we're on the 2. So I'm gonna close this out. All right, so now we're in the DAW, and I should be able just to hit play. If I hit play on here, as you see, the playhead moves. And if I hit on play again, as you notice, the playhead did not go back to the beginning. It stops wherever the play actually stops. So if you use your scroll wheel here, this little wheel, you can actually go back to the beginning, or you can just, move it forward by bars. All right. If you hit play and you hit stop, it'll go back to wherever the playhead actually is. All right. So that's the beginning part. So now we know these 3 work. These are I guess the important ones. A lot of people were having issues actually getting this to work. So if you close this down and open it back up, it will still work. As long as you actually save the control and your Mackie is on, you shouldn't have any issues with it actually saving on there. All right, so let's add some instruments. All right, so here we are. The first one I pulled up was the Keyzone Classics keyboard, just to show you that it can still be used as a Midi. All right, so let's actually take it for a test run. Let's actually do a recording. So I'm gonna hit record on here, and it's gonna arm that track and start recording. Something simple, just a little 4-bar little loop on here, and then I can hit play on here. Right. I wish the loop did work, but it doesn't actually turn on the loop. I don't know why it lights up, but it doesn't do anything that I've found. I don't know what it does, just to be honest. So I'm gonna click on here, Shift and L. Now I have a loop on here. So real cool, right? All right, so here's where the fun actually begins. I'm actually going to pull up some native instrument things and see how it actually coincides with the keyboard. So first thing, let's pull up Komplete Kontrol. Okay, so this is where Komplete Kontrol shines. You actually are able to choose your plugins from the keyboard itself. And I just pulled it up on the screen up here so you can see what's being done inside the DAW as well as on the keyboard itself. So let's find an instrument. So the first thing I'll do is go to browser. And as you see here, it shows me all the instruments that I can actually do. And if you just kind of tap the button or just hold over the section, I guess has a sensitivity, and you can go through and choose different things. You can go with native instruments, or if you have any other setup in here that's recognized by native instruments. So right now, let's go native instruments and let's choose, let's do hybrid keys. So on this side over here on the right hand side, it gives you an option to load. You can hit this button right here to load, or you can just click this in to load the actual sound. You can have presets here, so you can go up and down on your presets if you want to. Or you can just use the jog wheel and it'll play the actual sound that comes out with that instrument inside of Komplete Kontrol. Let's run with this one. And if I push it in, it loaded, or if I hit up here, it would have loaded the same thing. So now I have a different color on my keyboard here, and all right. So all the buttons that you see down here on the screen, these are the same knobs down here. These knobs here are the same as the ones on the screen itself. If I had more, I could hit this arrow here to move over to the next screen to see more of them. And in here, I can actually set it up to where I can use a scale. I can use the ARP. But this is just the basic stuff that Komplete Kontrol does. If you've ever used it in any other DAW, it's kind of the same setup in here. All right, so let's see if we can record something in. And just as simple as that, we still have control over the DAW and over the actual plugin itself. Really, really useful. So let's go and move along. And I'm going to actually add in Machines, the software. So I'll load that up. All right. And the Maschine is a little different than just pulling up Komplete Kontrol. And as you see on the screen, it's still showing the hybrid keys instead of showing Komplete Kontrol. So let's change that. So let's go into Instance. If you click on that, now it shows you a screen that shows the two options that we can actually select on here. So I'm gonna go down to the Maschine one, and I'm gonna click on it, just click on this. Or I can just hit select up here, let's hit this. And I select it that way. So now I have that one actually selected. All right, I'm just gonna choose a drum kit in here. So now I have kicks across the whole keyboard. So let's say I didn't want that. Now I actually wanted to just have the setup how it is here with the snare and the close hat, open hat. What you do is hit on key mode. And now you have that range. So now you can actually play all the drums in this one section here. And it also gives you an option to mute them. So if I click on the kick and I mute, the kick is now muted. All right, so now I actually have it to where the drums are in this one section here, and I can just kind of play it how I want to. If I wanted to do like, a boom bap this. All right, so let's lay down some drums real quick. So now here's what's going to happen. If I hit play, it's no longer playing. If I record, it's no longer recording, but it is arming Maschine to record. But the play is not working anymore because the Maschine is actually taking over the keyboard control settings. So if I wanted to actually do this, I can have it record in. And then I can just click over here where it says Midi. And now I have control over Cakewalk again. So let's record that. And now I have this inside of Maschine, and let's actually take control of Maschine again, the plugin. So if I hit plugin, it'll go back and take control of the Maschine and the settings inside here. So I can stop the recording by hitting that on there. And this is Maschine 2.0 with Komplete Kontrol inside of Cakewalk. So if I want to go back to Midi to actually control all the stuff inside of Cakewalk, this is where I would actually go. I can close this down. And of course you can add another instrument in here and do another complete control. You can even do Kontact, but the Kontact is actually the same as using a regular VST inside of Cakewalk, where it won't control Kontact, and I'll just kind of show you. All right, as you see, Kontact is pulled up and it is on its basic mode. It doesn't have any special windows popping up or anything like that. It is just taking it as a VST. All right, so I'm gonna close this one out, and I'm actually gonna delete this one. Use Control D, delete that, and let's bring up another Complete Control and do the same thing. So Complete Control, it's gonna pop up on the screen down here. As you see, it's ready. It's locked and loaded and ready to go. Okay, so let's pull this up in here, and let's actually find another sound. Let's go. Let's do Project Sam. Let's do that. So now that I'm in Project Sam, if I scroll through these results, I can either go to presets, and you see it set it up in different sections on the keyboard. And if you scroll through them, it'll make whatever the sample is play. Let's choose the strings. I'm gonna load it. And as you see, the same settings for this are on here, so you can change them. So I could change the attack from here. I don't have to actually click on the actual VST to do it. I can move the attack, as you can see it moving. I could turn the effects on. I could do the octaver by just moving this. So yeah, so it gives you control over the things that you want to control. I think that's really cool. Sorry, so now we have all these complete controls on here. And let's say that you wanted to get to another one of the actual complete controls you have on your setup. You hit on Instance, and then you'll be able to see which one you want to be on to control or change. And the machine one will actually go to the bottom. As you see, it's an untitled machine. It's at the bottom. And Project Sam is here, and the hybrid keys is here. Okay, so the controller also controls some things inside of Cakewalk, like this toggle button knob kind of setup. If I push it up, it'll go up to the other channels. If I scroll, it'll move along the timeline. And you know, I just kind of wish it was fully integrated to where you can use all the stuff in here like you can in other DAWs. But currently, that is not the situation. And this is what we have currently in Cakewalk. If you guys have any other findings in Complete Control, definitely hit me below in the comment section. I would love to know what you guys are finding inside here as well. But with that being said, this is pretty much the end of it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you actually learned something from this. So far, it has been a great keyboard. I'm really excited to actually start using it more. And I may even pull up some other DAWs, show you guys how it's set up in those DAWs as well. I know Reaper, it is fully integrated, and I may do a Reaper for you guys. Let me know below in the comments if you actually want to see that. But with that being said, if you haven't liked already, definitely like. If you haven't subscribed already, definitely subscribe and hit the bell notification so that I'll let you know when I drop another video. And once again, it's your boy, X.E.L.O. Till next time, people. Peace.